away from his home this morning.
Now he's on an awesome adventure.
Baby drags.
Dodging 3 nasty kidnappers.
This kid is blind!
From the creator of Home Alone.
Oh, I gotcha!
The special school holiday movie.
Get back out there! That's it!
For the first time on television, Baby's Day Out, 8:30 Sunday.
Hello, the dog's up. Did you feed the chooks, Judge?
Oh, don't get the chooks up, please.
Well, actually, it's a little after 6:30, around that mark. On grand final day, on a serious note, what time did your day's routine started? Did you try and keep grand final day the same as any other day, Jason?
You always try to do that. It's a little bit harder to get to sleep the night before, but I never ever got up before about 10 o'clock. Mind you, I'm pretty good at sleeping then too.
Yeah. No, I didn't have any problems. Exactly the same. I just do the same sort of things I used to do, which was...
Were you conscious that you had to sort of maintain the same routine?
I think it gives you a focus. Rather than dreaming about what might happen and what's going to be, just stick to your game plan that you've done all year and the rest will take care of itself.
All right, well, speaking of this year, let's turn our attention now to, well, not so long ago, one of the preliminary finals, and I'm talking about the Western Bulldogs and Adelaide Bulldogs, who looked so impressive, didn't they, against Sydney, 9-2 to 5 points, I think, at quarter time.
Yep.
And that was the end of that one. Then Adelaide, Geelong, in controversial circumstance, to be fair to say.
Yeah, I think so. The umpires had a bit of a say in that one.
Which has been sort of been a bit of a down over the final series, really, hasn't it?
It has, yeah, because you need a little bit...
You're only just awake now,
I am barely awake.
I thought the dog would have woken you.
I sleep through anything. But you just need a little bit of luck on occasions for confidence in a final, just to make you feel like things are going the right way, because it can be hard work and you just need some good decisions at the right time to help you along.
Well, this one was an extraordinary game, wasn't it? The Bulldogs and Adelaide.
Bulldogs were home.
Half-time, 31 points, the margin, and everyone was preparing.
Yep. I got a real feeling about that, though. They had 3 or 4 opportunities to kick goals early in the last quarter.
Yeah,
kick
it's true.
points.
Yeah.
And you know when that happens,
the others are going to take it away.
He's going to go down the other end and kick a goal and they're off and running.
Yep.
All right, well, let's have a look at it anyway. This one from just a couple of weeks ago, one of the preliminary finals. In fact, only a week ago, isn't it? That's how this funny old time of the day can do things.
Week's a long time in football, Sandy.
Like working with the Prime Minister. In pyjamas. The preliminary final, Adelaide and the Western Bulldogs.
Here we go, the final quarter, this to decide who will meet St Kilda in the 97 grand final. Johnson overruns it, but he's quick to go back and lock it up.
And fascinating to look downfield at that centre bounce, Sandy, and see the Western Bulldogs. Dent dropped off his man. Sampson went out wide. Dent dropped off him and just guarded the dangerous area in the forward zone, as well as one of the other Bulldog defenders. So they obviously know where the Crows will attack if they go forward.
Bounce from Brian Sheehan, favourable for Keating, taken by Bond. Round his shoulder, up towards Wren and marks between centre and half-forward. Must kick the first couple, as Curl said. Off to Kane Johnson, who was busy in the third quarter. That is a very, very disappointing kick, though. Straight onto the chest of Craig Ellis, and he will clear to Scotty West, one of the best players on the ground.
Darren Jarman's gone to full forward for the Crows and not happy with the delivery then. It gave him no chance. Johnson. Magnificent year for the Bulldogs. He wore the red, white and blue in the Little League going way back when he was a kid. Followed them all his life. Grant tries a big mark in the pack. Comes down to Edwards. And straight away he's given it up to the defence. And Ellis is just having a picnic back there playing loose man. Ellis goes short. And Johnson again. Well, they're keeping the football at the moment. So Curls, it's going to be difficult for the Crows to get the first 3 goals if they can't get the footy.
Yeah, you're dead right.
Robran watching. Modra also off the ground, so full forward and centre half forward missing for the Crows for the bulk of the game. Another big attempted mark by Grant. Lightning hand pass comes to Bond. Round the boundary line he goes. And the Bulldogs have the numbers in defence once more. Johnson couldn't take the mark. Comes to Montgomery. He pumps it to 50. McLeod gets a fingernail to it. Jamison beaten for the ball. Romero, the man of steel. God, poster, Jose. And he had James Cook in the goal square, 30 metres on his own.
One of the problems there, though, Drew, is the fact that you're actually looking into the sun in this last quarter, heading that way, so you obviously can't always pick up the players who are free down the field.
Have you got a report on Tony Modra?
Yeah, I certainly have, and it's not good. Tony said he felt it snapped, so it's, I'd say, knee reconstruction.
Season. Free kick has been played here to Chris Grant. Forensic experts have also tested the apple. It's got the fingerprints of Neil Curley on it. Gives it across to Mark West, who pumps the ball back inside 50, playing in front. He's got it. Cook. Well, he's booted 6. It's taken an apple for him to miss his 7th. He's directly in front.
It's like working with an orchardist.
Well, this has been a tremendous comeback by Cook. Halfway through this season, he was thinking of giving it away. His career's been resurrected by Terry Wallace. Started with Carlton. Number 2 draft pick. And a chance now to cover himself in glory. James Cook going for goal number 7. It's missed.
Lee Matthews, our video analyst.
Just quickly, Tim mentioned Ramiro. We see Ramiro here with the ball, and as he goes forward, he kicks it over the head of Cook, who's up here, and but he was kicked into the shadow, as Tim said.
Here's Jamison, pinpointing Costa. Spent time at South Adelaide in the Sandful, and of course Footscray before finding his home with the Crows. This is Luke Darcy, pumping it back into the attacking zone. Dogs have got the numbers. Socket off the ground, but only for one behind by Brett Montgomery. 13-10 plays 8-15. Hudson on the sidelines. Kicked a valuable goal in the second quarter, his 27th for the season. And Jamison again pulls that kick onto the chest of Costa. We'll look up towards centre wing. Up towards Keating, Hart and Co. The big man's in the pack. He's got to make ground because Darcy's well in front. Keating was going with wide. Darcy's got a couple of options in the middle. Scotty West almost on a collision course there with Simon Cox. He's been marvellous, Scott West, today. One of the best, and is only disappointed with that delivery. Into the arms of McLeod at half-back. He's got to go back and kick over his mark. So precious seconds ticking away. And with delivery like that, the Crows are not going to score. They're not going to get it in that attacking zone. Mark West propels it deep in towards half-forward once again. Oh, the youngster had it spent a little too soon. And the umpire will come in for a bounce. Brown, I thought, was going to be away. And so too did he. And that youngster looks on, wondering what the Dogs can do next week when they take on St Kilda. The Bulldog chant goes up. Keating gets it away to Jamison. He goes to the outer side. West is there. He's quite happy to see it over the line. A crowd today of 70,088. So that is 2 fantastic days of football. A night game, of course, with 75,500, and now just over 70,000 today.
Darcy works to the back. He's taken the most marks on the ground today. Luke Darcy, he's taken 10. Now, as we saw last night with the Saints, Tim, at this stage in the last quarter, the week's break, vital to the Bulldogs?
I think it makes a difference, yeah, I certainly do think it makes a difference. And the Adelaide Crows, they just haven't been able to give themselves any real drive and run from half back, and that's made it difficult for them to set up any constructive play going forward.
Norman Allen to Ben Hart. Nice old don't argue. Hart will take his kick. In between half-back flank and the wing. Not a great kick. Good pick up by Connell on the half volley. To the 50. Smart. And Ellis has crunched a couple late. And he's just roaming around without an opponent and dishing out some bruises. Now, Bulldogs have managed just 3 behinds to start this quarter. Crows haven't scored. A goal will be pretty handy. Didn't make it. and rush through for a minor score. Tony Modra, certainly his season's over, and from what we hear, probably next season as well. Lee?
Just very quickly, I've been harping on this all day. We see this ruck work. This is Ben Hunt. He has to be up in an attacking position here, otherwise it just doesn't work, and he's just not done, hasn't done it all day.
Bulldogs by 24 points. Mark West kicks down towards the half-forward line. A poor kick taken by Caven. Just tries to chip it. It was a shocker. Taken by Johnson. He sets it up, needing the kind bounce with Montgomery. 40 metres out. Feeds the ball off the ground. Great tackle by Caven. Loose ball. Cleaning up is Bickley, the skipper. Kicks wide. Finds Connell. He's taken 9 marks. Half-back flank. 24 points. The Bulldogs lead. Still a big chance for the Crows. Jamieson. Kicked a couple of goals when playing up forward. Now in defence. Goes wide. Back to Caven. So a bit of run out of defence. Sets it up. He's got the loose player. Tyson Edwards. Time for think music. Edwards to the half-forward line. It's a beautiful kick. He's looking for Keating. Has the ball thumped away. Ellis swooped on it. Tumbles the ball back. Under pressure. Needing the bounce was Edwards. Didn't get it. Brown tried to tap it down. Kicked off the ground. But the free kick is going to be paid. They'll come back here to Tyson Edwards.
And just a moment ago, we saw probably one of the most positive moves forward by the Crows all day, where they actually changed direction of the ball and then took the ball down the opposite side to where all the players had actually lined up. So there was a bit of space to operate in.
Chad Rintoul about to come onto the ground. Kane Johnson about to go for goal. And missed to the left. Rintoul on. Hudson also preparing to come back.
Players from both sides looking tired now. It's been a fairly warm afternoon here.
Of course, injuries took their toll on a number of players early. The youngster Nathan Brown is the player coming off for the Western Bulldogs. Hudson on. Crentiel gives the hand pass away. Crop sweeps it even wider. An opportunity now for the Bulldogs to go forward through Mark West. And he just pushes it. Disappointing kick, really, out of bounds on the full. There's Jose Romero. What a week it's been. Well, what a fortnight, in fact, it's been for Jose Romero. At one stage, down and out, in tears. Then back and gone again early today, and back again. Incredible. Johnson into the centre to Rintoul. Chad Rintoul looks with a long bomb down towards Jarman. He's the meat in the sandwich. He's got to beat a couple. Curley heads for the boundary line. A point is conceded.
Well, the problem there, Sandy, is they're kicking the ball forward and they're kicking to 2-on-1. I really believe Malcolm Blight has to send another player down there and make Ellis honest.
On the boundary line, curls.
Yeah, it's amazing sometimes, Putty. I reckon the Crows have had at least 55% of the play, maybe more, and yet they just can't score the goals.
Yes, 3 behinds each in this last quarter. We've gone nearly 11 minutes without a goal. Wren flies, can't mark. Ball out of play.
Pushing the back post. Brian Sheen actually behind the contest there, so it was a bit of a guess.
Scotty West. He's had plenty of the ball today. He's about to take his 29th possession, and he's been busy across the midfield all day.
Yes, battles of midfield so important today, and the Bulldogs have certainly been on top in that area. Kick by West. Off hands to Mark West. Chance for Cook. Jamieson the spoil, and the ball out of bounds again. So we're still looking for our first goal in this last quarter. But it's looking more and more likely that the Bulldogs will survive and go through and meet the Saints next week. And what a grand final that would be. 2 teams not really used to the last Saturday in September, Cape.
Still a long way to go in this game, Drew. Quick snap.
Liver.
Tony Liberatore celebrates a point.
Well, what will he do when they get a goal?
Look at Liver. He was like the conductor there for the crowd behind the goals.
Great theatre.
Hey, boys, I've got him behind.
Jamieson to bring the ball back. 89 plays 66. Bickley from the back pocket to Tyson Edwards. Still got plenty of run in the legs. Goes short, looking for Keating. Good spoil by Ellis at ground level. Rintoul picking up a couple of quick possessions this last turn. McLeod, quick hands to Smart. Did well. Some fancy footwork. Shades of Barishnikov in the MCG. Pumps it high back towards centre-half forward. It's one for the Brave. Hart. Back to Johnson. Puts it over the line.
Good pressure then by Frediuk, just enough to force the kick wide. And the Crows just starting to get themselves a little bit of run through the midfield. That's exactly what they want Smart to do, just to take the players on in that part of the ground and just open up a bit of space.
There's Smart, the high flyer.
10.5 minutes remaining. Still time if they can get a mighty wriggle on. Smart goes short. Seconds tick away. Goodwin, a long way from home. The left footer booms one in. In towards the big guards, and Jarman rises above the pack with skill and grace that only he possesses.
And against the odds then too, Sandy, there was still about 3 Western Bulldogs players that contested this to the 2 Adelaide Crows, and perhaps some of the players just losing the ball in the sun.
So this for his 200th career goal and his second for the day, but more importantly to keep the Crows in touch, to give them some faint hope.
Dear fellow footy fans, despite his incredible finals performance, the Roo boy is not playing in today's grand final. But we must look on the bright side. I can picture him now, out there in the bush with a portable TV, the mob huddled around and a young Joey on his lap as he discusses the finer points of the 70-metre bomb. You'll be back, Wayne. Yours, knowingly, Ewan McCormick.
10 out of 10. When you've got a serious DIY project, Mitre 10 has all the expert advice, professional services and free Mitre plans you need to get the job done right, every time. And our price match guarantee means we won't be beaten on price. So team up with Mitre 10.
So you'll get a 10 out of 10 finish every time.
Mitre 10 out of 10 every time.
Decorate your bedroom with Spotlight and save. Famous brand Country Dreams quilt cover set. Save up to 40% with prices from only $29.95. Coordinating yard-dyed fabrics only $4 a metre. And fabulous Australian-made down ear quilts from only $49.95 each. Only at Spotlight now.
For over 40 years, they've created friends for all ages. Now, Jim Henson Pictures introduces their newest buddy. He's too cute.
Before we know it, he is going to be huge.
Oh, my God.
Too cool.
Shame on you.
And 2 tons.
Earthquake!
Of pure fun. Rene Russo.
So we finally have someone in the house who can wear my hand-me-down.
Buddy.
Like your rock with a shot of tough country but find you ain't ever satisfied? Meet your brother, Steve Earle.
You better stay away from Copperhead Road.
The Steve Earle Collection, Ain't Ever Satisfied, a specially priced 2 CD set.
Rock a little cowboy from a guitar.
Fuller than a hog's tank with roaring songs and plenty of attitude. Yes, Steve's the genuine item. Get into the Steve Earle Collection and satisfy your urge now.
Which car performs so well on the road, it's gone on to perform even better off the road? Which car is so well balanced and reliable to drive around town, it's being driven to extremes around the world? What rally-based production car is available from $17,990 drive away? If you're looking for an answer, you're looking for a Lancer.
Disney's new movie adventure, Hercules, has inspired McDonald's Colossus meal. Beef, cheese, and sizzling bacon, monumental fries, and large Coke. McDonald's Colossus meal, the stuff legends are made of.
6:30 Sunday. The location is New Zealand, but it's the dare that has to be seen to be believed.
He's really starting to swing around a lot.
Witness a heart-pounding climb from a helicopter to the roof of a speeding train. Who Dares wins at 6:30. Then at 7, Jill wants more from the relationship.
Some couples, no matter how busy they are, make love 5 times a week. With each other?
But will Tim's passionate plans end in disaster? Home Improvement on 7's must-see Sunday.
Terry Wallace takes a quick peek at the scoreboard and finds it's less than 3 kicks the difference. The first goal of this last term took a long time coming. Ball held in. The centre wicket area has recovered beautifully after the rain last night. And the Western Bulldogs' last goal, 19 minutes into the third quarter. We're now nearly 15 minutes into the last quarter. So that's not really scoring like a winner. And the Crows are in touch. Liberatore spirals one high to half forward. Montgomery gets a touch. Romero puts his shoulder under further pressure.
That was good play then by McLeod just to tie the ball up, because if that ball had been just shaken free, then there would have been a couple of Western Bulldogs there ready to pounce as we see them making a change. Montgomery coming off and Martin coming on.
Well, if the Crows can get the next one, we might have a grandstand finish here for the visitors and those watching over in Adelaide. But a basketball goes on. And Wren, pretty good at basketball.
Held.
Free kick to McLeod. Open down the centre corridor for Bickley. He goes long. Jarman's at full forward. He jumps and Darren Jarman, the meat in the sandwich. And how high did he get? Well, let's hope he can cap that off with a goal. His second in this last quarter. Floats it to the right. What a disappointment.
Well, Peter McKenna, you watched that kick. What can you tell us from your vantage point?
Well, I think he tried to guide it to me, but as I said earlier in the game, I think this move should have been made early. When he wasn't doing well, he should have been moved to the forward line. Great mark, but he tried to just stab it instead of kicking through the ball, Tim. But I thought Jarman wasn't doing well early. Should have been moved to the forward line very early in the game.
Bulldogs by 16 points, no doubt. He didn't follow through with that kick. Curley on the half-back flank. The Crows are coming hard. Never say die.
And missed kicks can sap the energy of the players up field too.
Wren sets himself in front. Knocked on by Wine, taken by Bickley. Wonderful handball to Connell. On the edge of the centre square, Jarman again is the target. Couldn't take it, he looked like he might have been held. No free kick, chance for Smart, a fumble. He's got it. Smart kicks a goal. Here come the Crows.
Well, the Crows are now starting to take advantage of actually shifting the ball sideways before they go forward. All day they've just been throwing the ball on their boot, just trying to get it downfield. Now they're looking inboard, getting across the centre. Just watch this push by Smart. I thought that perhaps that may have been a free kick, but they'll take it, the Adelaide Crows, and now they are on a roll.
Who said the Crows were dead and buried? They know there's no tomorrow. There's just 10 points in it. Sean Wren tries to get a mighty belt at it, but it's picked up by Scotty West. Spirals it high to the outer side. Tyson Edwards gives chase. First to the ball. Next goal could decide the fate of this game. Matty Connell's got a chance to run. And run he does. In towards Jarman. He's inside 50. Goes short. Popping it up towards Goodwin.
He's on the left foot too.
Yeah.
He'll be kicking with his left foot in at the goal.
Good position for him.
Well, what a finish. Tim, it looks like the Crows have got a bit more run at the moment, which is surprising.
The momentum has gone with them now, and they are starting to gain a lot of possessions in the midfield, and the Western Bulldogs are going to have to stem this flow.
Simon Goodwin, in just his 9th senior game with the Crows, can cover himself in glory, and he has. What a finish here at the MCG. 4 points the margin.
Well, for three-quarters of this game, they kicked inaccurately. Now they're starting to kick the six-pointers, but they're also starting to free players up, and wherever the contest appears around the ground, we're seeing the Adelaide Crows getting there in numbers. What the Western Bulldogs need now is someone like a Chris Grant to stand up and be counted. He's got to charge into the mid section and gain the ball.
In this quarter, the Crows have kicked 3-4 and the Bulldogs just 4 behinds. Wine wins in the middle. Mark West has pulled off his kick with a magnificent tackle by Smart. Bickley, one kick and put him in front. Jarman! Dent hit him pretty hard. Dent did well. And Cox works it out of defence to Martin. Behind right half-back. The Bulldogs under pressure now to hang on and win. Chris Grant getting back in the defensive side of centre to take a mark for the Bulldogs.
Jarman thought it was a free kick, Drew.
He might have had some claims too. Kick by Grant to half-forward. Sean Wren standing strong. They've won 14 of 18 games since Wren came back. Neil Curley.
I can't ask for anything more in this last half. It's been a fantastic fight back by the Crows.
Bulldogs by 4 points. Connell caught by West. Great tackle. They'll toss it back.
Connell's been good in this last quarter. He's a very fit player, and he's given the Adelaide Crows plenty of runs. Just watch this decision. He was held on to. There's no doubt about that. His jumper was pulled.
And he certainly complained to the umpire about it. The Bulldogs by 4 points. Bang, down goes Martin. The tackling is ferocious now by the Crows. Look at that from Bond. A loose ball. Connell, a fresh air shot. Picking it up is Scott West. A cool head under pressure. He's caught by Johnson. Fantastic tackling.
Oh,
the adrenaline's pumping. The adrenaline's pumping for the Crows, Tim.
There's no doubt about that. The umpire missed the first free kick. Croft tried to break the tackle.
Bulldogs a bit slacking, picking up opponents now. Bickley playing a major role in this last term. A big bomb. There's a mark to Hart. He's on 50. They trail by 4 points. Jarman says have a ping at them. So Hart missed a sitter in the second quarter. Can he kick one from 50 and put the Crows in front on 50? He's off target. He's pushed it left. A sigh of relief for the Bulldogs fans.
Ben Hart's kicked 4 behinds today.
Jose Ramiro's coming off the ground and Leon Cameron's coming onto the ground. Obviously Terry Wallace concerned that some of his players are starting to look tired. He's got a fresh player now on the ground. Cameron spent a lot of time today on the interchange bench. They need him to get behind the ball and start to set some play up.
Convention Centre rocking in Adelaide at Football Park at the moment. There's plenty of time. 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining. Nigel Smart.
He's playing a sterling last quarter of football, Nigel Smart. That's his 3rd or 4th mark in this final term.
It's been all one-way traffic, really. The last 15 minutes have been all Crows. 75 metres out. Let's go. Tries to get onto a talk. Doesn't quite, but it's centred in towards full forward. Ellen was one of the flyers. Couldn't take the mark. Pressure once again on the Bulldogs' defence. The kick comes wide. Almost out towards centre wing. Goodwin should be able to, Bickley should be able to keep it in play. And he does to Chad Rintoul. Rintoul, a little chip. Crows running everywhere. Shane Ellen, still a long way out. 75 metres. Got to get over a wall of players.
And they're all looking into the sun too, Sandy, all the Adelaide Crows forwards players.
Allen, good looking kick. They're all there. No one waiting down to do the roving. It was left to Sean Wren. Suddenly a snap by Hart. Hart pulls it away to the right. Another behind. That's 5 behinds to that young man. And it's 11-21. Playing 13-11. 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining.
And that's the 15th time the Adelaide Crows have taken the ball inside their 50-metre arc in this final quarter to 7 times to the Western Bulldogs.
I think we should remember too that this game cannot be a draw.
Yes, we'll play extra time if the scores are level on the siren. Cameron kicks in. A one-hander by Ellen. Ellen centres. Punch by Dent. Gets it outside 50. It goes past Wren. The Bulldogs look tighter. And pass by Wren. Caven. High ball. Keating is there. Oh, excellent mark by Cross. Hits the ground running. Over the centre. Johnson is there. Hudson. The hand pass to Mark West. A goal might seal it. The shot by West. Offline. And the Crows are still in this. 3 points to margin. 2.5 minutes left.
Why wouldn't Shane Allen have a shot from that kick out after taking the mark? I mean, it was silly play. Jamison goes short. He finds Hart. He's kicked 5 behind, but he's been a mighty player. Kicks the ball out wide. It's a one-on-one duel. It's a free kick there to Bickley for mine. And he's got it. He was held on to.
In fact,
that's Goodwin.
They're starting to win the one-on-one battles, KB.
So Goodwin's got it on centre wing. Goes short. Finds Johnson. He's got it, Jarman! Mr. Magic's got it. They trail by 2 points. Look at the convention centre in Adelaide. 90 plays 87. The Crows trailed by 31 points at half-time. They trailed by 22 points at three-quarter time. And if Jarman kicks this, his third goal, they'll be in front. Under 2 minutes left. Darren Jarman. The spotlight is on him. 35 metres out. The Crows are in front.
Well, just look at the convention centre. Look at the Adelaide supporters. Look at Tony Modro. There's a smile on his face. And that's the first time we've seen that today. The Adelaide Crows, certainly the momentum is going with them now. And it's going to take a mighty effort for the Western Bulldogs to turn this around. All of a sudden, they're starting to get the ball into their forward line. They're finding space. And there's so many tired players out there on the ground at the moment.
Keating is hobbling from the ground. He's got to be as quick as he can, surely, to get Robin back on there.
It's the blood rule, Sandy, so they'll wait until Robin gets back into position.
That's okay then.
Well, Robin's a fresh player too, Sandy. Spent plenty of time on the interchange bench. Hasn't been onto the ground since half-time.
This set of bounce is all important.
1 3/4 minutes remaining.
Grant's got to charge in.
And it's the Adelaide Crows by 3 points in an amazing turnaround. A wonderful comeback. The Doggies have the chance now to go forward. Up towards right half forward. Goes the kick from Martin. They want West to produce some magic. He does with a long kick. They need a mark up at full forward. Grant's a chance at the back. Chris Grant wobbles it in towards goal. It's 1 behind.
Gee, that was a tired attempt there as we see Keating getting some attention to a cut on his chin. But just watch this. One of these players should have protected the other player. Hudson not even considering that perhaps he should have given the ball and the guard to Chris Grant.
2 points the difference. Jamison has given the word to get on with the job, and he does to the outer side. Oh, Scotty Wyatt couldn't take the mark, tries to pull it back in. He needs help badly, but look at the Adelaide Crows now. There's a fierce determination about them, sniffing that maybe they're just a minute or so away from a grand final berth.
Well, Sandy, one side has to protect the lead here. The other side's got to win the game.
Wren, wind, the big men lock arms, push cleverly towards Chadrin Toole. He'll look towards the boundary line, but Bond is there, and that's okay. Troy Bond goes with a long bomb up towards Shane Allen on right half forward. He's quick to pounce on it. Again, he's quick to lock it up. And there'll be another bounce. Another bounce, Drew, and seconds tick away.
Well, the Crows looking to get their first finals victory in Melbourne. And they're in the last minute, they're in front. Liberatore to Cameron. Maybe there's a last yelp for the Bulldogs yet. Half forward, Scott West in front. Dragged down, magnificent tackle by Bickley. And Mark Bickley, the skipper, forces a ball up with 18 seconds left. And considering the Bulldogs haven't scored a goal for over a quarter, you wouldn't think that they'd use the last 18 seconds perfectly. It's looking like the Crows. They lead by 2 points. What a turn-up after a 31-point margin at half-time. Crows were goalless in the first term. Bulldogs have been goalless in the last. Scott West again. It drops short. Edwards gets back there. The hand pass away. Jamison. Siren! Crows are in the ground.
Well, look at Liver. Bubba Smith cannot believe it. There's been so much written and so much said. But the reality is the Dogs have missed out. Malcolm Blight and his men are through. Heartbreaking scenes and heartbreaking times for the Dogs. Triumph for the Adelaide Crows.
When Mick Doohan's not flying around the world's racetracks, he's flying Qantas, the airline with a frequent flyer program as international as he is.
If you want a full-on day of full-on fun, get down to Puzzle Park at Murray Bridge. Meet Albert, the giant 7-metre Tyrannosaur, now at Puzzle Park. It's wicked, it's wild, it's fun for the whole family. Puzzle Park, just off the freeway at Murray Bridge, for a full day of full-on fun.
All new from the ground up, riding on a wider, more stable track. With an all-new, stronger body, giving you handling and control like never before. Independent rear suspension and new high-performance brakes are standard on every model. The radically new Holden Commodore gives you the driving edge.
Case IH offers successful mixed farmers the range of integrated technologies to improve viability today and sustainability for the future. Tractors, tillage, seeders, mowers, balers, Case Credit Finance and a strong national dealer network. Case IH Mixed Farming Systems. A better return on investment because they work for life.
We've got it all. Sofas, recliners, solid timber, country style, sumptuous, and now Fabio Mazzero quality leather, and at the lowest price or it's free. Discount Lounge Centre, Ranella, Parafield City and Anzac Highway.
Get into running, walking or aerobics at Joggers World Giant Stock Liquidation Sale. Out they go. Nike Air Cruise were $95, now only $79. Joggers World has a scoop purchase of closing down stock from another Adelaide store. Joggers World, 123 Perry Street, City.
Now in cinemas everywhere, Hercules. Disney's legendary new movie adventure has inspired the creation of McDonald's epic new burger. Colossus. Layers of beef and melting cheese, topped with rashers of sizzling smoked bacon. McDonald's Colossus Burger. The stuff legends are made of.
Tuesday, adding decorative flair to tired old tiles.
And it'll cost you half the price you pay in the shops.
The magnificent Magnolia, and John creates a cabinet that's pure art on Better Homes and Gardens at 7:30. Then at 8,
Have a look at this.
a fun family holiday that doesn't break the bank. Let the kids roam free with some farmyard friends.
I didn't know what I had for breakfast.
And meet Ernie.
I love the nightlife.
King of the desert.
Should have brought my frog along.
The great outdoors after Better Homes and Gardens Tuesday on Channel 7.
I'll hear this one before I go eat. Right. You like it? I'm surprised actually, when you actually hear that, you don't get up and sort of a dance around the sangos.
No, I'm not going anywhere near those sandwiches. They're looking worse and worse. Absolutely.
Anyway, I'm sure that our friends in Adelaide would have enjoyed, especially, the last half of the last quarter of that game against the Western Bulldogs, and it's been a big week over there. I think there's been a bit of an effort to keep a lid on it up until grand final week, but gee,
it'd be impossible over there.
That place would be rocking
absolutely
now.
impossible to keep a lid on things, I think.
And I'll tell you what, if you're scalping tickets, if you're scalping grand final tickets, I think the Adelaide people would pay a fortune for them, wouldn't they?
I wonder if any people will say, I watched Justin Madden and Jason Dunstall on the footy marathon, and you know what you do? You go and get a Salvo's tin, and you go and stand out the front.
Con your way in.
Con your way in.
There'll be hundreds of them waiting down at the MCG.
Well, of course, there was that bloke that got in so many in a row and was always out there in the photo when the winning team was taken at the end of the game.
That's a big effort, isn't it? There are some sensational stories about people like that. The con jobs that they've done over the years. Now, here is a segment, especially for you two guys, actually. We've got coming. Can you guess what it would be?
Bloopers or blunders?
great final fumbles.
No, you held them. They're great marks.
Oh, well, I won't feature in this.
Well, I've got you.
I've always considered marks on the ground as great, mainly because I can't jump over a jam fence. I'm really jealous of those guys who can jump up on packs and do all that sort of thing.
Don't be, because you're in this. Here they are, some of the greatest marks of all time.
He picks it right up into the... Oh, Patterson! What a beauty!
Boy went kicking in towards the centre. Royce White from behind. He's left. Oh,
to the wing position on the member stand side. Oh, Jesselenko! You're guilty! To the wing position on the outer side. Oh, and there, Jesselenko! Look at that!
It's a high kick up toward the square. Over the top. Man, what a mark. They're going towards Heath. Heath puts the ball down. Under mark by Atkinson.
But his kick is not a good one. Across it goes on. Grimner.
This is a chance now for Robert Smith. No.
And right towards the forward line. Hudson's put out of position. Oh, nice.
Not a very good kick, though, but it's up. Oh, beautiful mark. What a mark. Oh, ripper.
Right up towards the centre of the ground. Barker, magnificent mark by Barker.
Sit down, looking for Peter Moore. Moore up. Oh, Peter Moore.
Goals. Up towards Peter Knight at the back. He's well down towards the full forward zone. Back at the back.
Evans' kick up towards Barker. Robertson kicking up toward the full forward zone. Edwards trying to force his way through. Right.
Kick down towards Glendinning again. Oh, what a magnificent mark down there to Sheldon.
Nice kick towards the centre. Oh, look at that magnificent mark.
Porter, Wells' kick sailing goalwards into... Oh, look at the offside mark of the year.
Folded, get the ball moving. Madden up high. Oh, what a mark. Oh. Forward. Banks up. Great mark by Banks.
Keith the Gulf cap has got to sit here. And look at him go. What a mark. What a great mark.
One of the best kicks on the Essendon side. Into the 10 minutes. What a mark to Ezard. What a mark.
Long in towards Capper in the square. Capper at the back. Got the simple mark. What a grab. He loves those from the behind. Is it a goal? No. Oh, what a mark.
He's kicked to half forward. Starcevic. Oh, Silvani.
Centre wing. Oh! Rich!
Randall hooks it back in front of goal. Here's danger for North Melbourne. Lynch! A brilliant mark over the...
Runs his kick inside 50. Huge pack of players. Ablett. Does he come down with that mark? That is an amazing grab.
Dean Rice to half forward, but Winmar! What a mark!
McEwen and Stoneham.
Ablett! Great mark! Straight down the centre. Oh, Winmar! Oh, what a mark!
Chance for North. Up towards the edge of the goal square. Allison.
A mark! Race for himself and kicks it out to the wing. High! What a mark! Mark of the day, Darren Jarman. Takes it away. Very prominent early. Oh, McIntyre!
Gives it his best.
Modric! That is the mark of the year.
Hoisted high, short of the goal square. Courage needed here.
Alarm bell sounding for North, really forward in this term. Stevens towards centre, half forward. What a spectacular mark by Waterman. Formerly with Box Hill, Northern Knights. Oh! Mr. Lark! What a mark, crossing his line as he lifted.
Tony McGuinness brings it back. Modra at the back.
Oh! Modra goes into the square. Lovely kick by Minch.
Campbell reported.
McKay, oh, kick out wide, get McAdam from.
On centre wing now, inside 50, Salmon territory. Kelly up over the top. From a standing start, bombs it in. Oh, Smith! What a mark! 55 metres out. Good kick. Oh, what a mark!
Mark of the year. Mark of the year in the last round.
Rogers kicks inside the 50. End to end. What a mark!
Off the boot, reasonable, but fading away. Big fly by Abraham. Magnificent.
Blows the target. And over. Taken an unbelievable mark.
Cuts back to the left foot. Goes down towards half forward. Goal!
So the doctor from 50 metres out. Motters a high.
Here's Scott again. Around the corner, bending it up towards full forward. Oh, what a mark by Harford.
The kick of Jason Daniels right to the square. Low! Does do that towards Neach. Doesn't quite favour him. Oh!
Thank you very much. They're into attack. Wallace playing in front. What a mark for Caracella!
Dear fellow footy fans, I am deeply, deeply sorry. Although he fought back courageously from injury, Wayne Carey is not playing in today's grand final, and it's all my fault. It was my Ruboy theorem that cast Wayne into the public spotlight, and we all know what happens to kangaroos that get caught in spotlights. I feel your pain, Wayne. Yours, apologetically, Ewan McCormick.
Every day you wake up late. Now a big and important. One angry dwarf. 200
Piano, bass, drums. What about the other two? Then fold 5, whatever and ever, amen.
Electronic karate. Get your hands on the sound of real martial arts action. Armed with weapons and sound.
Sounds like victory!
Electronic karate. Tournament Masters.
Introducing the new Mitsubishi Pajero. Perfectly adapted to Australian conditions.
The Hungry Jack's Bacon Double Cheeseburger Deluxe.
When will I see you again?
Oh, we gotta see each other more often. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's.
10 out of 10.
When you're serious about a garden project, Mitre 10 has all the expert advice, professional services and free gardener plans you need to get the job done right. Every time. And our price match guarantee means we won't be beaten on price. So team up with Mitre 10.
To make your garden 10 out of 10 every time.
Mitre 10 out of 10 every time.
At the special time of 5:30, join the Footy Plus panel live from Melbourne for a quarter-by-quarter dissection of the historic Saints Crows Grand Final, plus curls with the players at the MCG. Footy Plus at the special time of 5:30 today on 7. Hey, join the party with Channel 7. 9:30 Sunday morning live from Adelaide Airport. We'll be there to welcome home our history-making Crows. And at midday we cross to Wayville for the big party with player interviews and Grand Final secrets to share. Be a part of History Sunday on Adelaide's Channel 7, home of footy.
Jezza for you. Okay, we're just talking as Dave was zooming in there, and Jason was telling us that Jezza was your idol.
It's funny when you're growing up, you bag for a kid, but as soon as you get down here, you learn to hate them real quick. But I used to love Jezza and all the Carlton players, and Wayne Harms used to be a favourite of mine.
Justin?
Yeah, I barracked for Preston as a kid, but I loved Twiggy Dunn. I thought Twiggy was great. You know, the antithesis.
Because he was different.
That's right, he's different. And Phil Baker.
There's another one that's different.
He was very different with it. I remember as a kid those big marks in those grand finals. It's just great. You wouldn't get a kick all year, but you knew he was going to kick a bag full in a grand final.
Yeah. Well, look, the time has come for St Kilda fans. I remember listening on a little tranny to this bloke called Carl Dittrich, and he excited me when I was down there in the bush. And unfortunately, 1966, he missed out due to circumstances.
I didn't appreciate that.
Well, not beyond his control.
Yes.
I mean, if he'd been a good boy, he wouldn't have. But,
I actually had him for a coach one year up in Queensland.
Did you?
I did.
What was he like?
Frightened the hell out of me, he did. Oh, he's terrible. We used to do 400s every Monday night.
Gosh, that'd be dreadful.
You know what we do?
Did you have success?
He was supposed to be player coach, and I was a young bloke just breaking into seniors. And I remember the only time he hit the ground, we played a reserves match together. He played the first half. He knocked out 3 blokes. He got reported and never played again for the club.
That's great.
It was funny because he just cleaned up one bloke, and then another bloke's walked up and gone, "Oh, Dittrich, you think you're so cool," so he's just gone crunch and said, "You two and your mate over there, Willie." And I just said, "Hey, this is too much."
I hope he's watching.
He was enormous up there.
Well, Carl, if you are, I hope you're enjoying your breakfast with Alana and the kids are well, and, well, you might enjoy having a look at this. 1966, a magical moment for the club that's now based at Moorabbin.
Starting the final quarter of the 1966 Grand Final between St Kilda and Collingwood, and at this stage the Saints are 4 points up. Here it is, being forced out to the wing position, taken there and driven forward by Adamson. Oh, Gablett's trying to take a one-hander. Collingwood kicking to the Richmond end. Murray has it, he's robbed of possession. Picked up by Ian Graham. Ian Graham has his kick smothered by the St Kilda